We got some great news for IonQ stock, Rigetti stock, and all quantum computing stocks for that matter, as JP Morgan announced it will make a huge multi-billion-dollar investment in the industry. I'm going to talk about the details of the announcement and the one biggest reason why this is great news for all quantum computing stock investors. Let's jump right into it.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
All right, so a leader in the quantum computing space, IonQ stock is gaining after JP Morgan Chase announced this morning that it will invest $10 billion in industries and technologies it considers strategically important as part of its security and resiliency initiative. Quantum computing was one of the 27 industries it named. In a statement, CEO Jamie Dimon said that the U.S. is behind in key areas and that its security is predicated on the strength and resiliency of its economy. America needs more speed and investment. So quantum computing stocks, QBTS is up 23%, IonQ is up almost 20%, Rigetti is up 25%. Many of the stocks in this industry were soaring as a result of this news. Now, in my opinion, the one biggest reason why these stocks are soaring as a result of this investment, the mechanism that's causing the share prices to increase, is the capital infusion, the availability of capital, and the lower cost of capital as a result of this investment. All these quantum computing stocks are very early stage companies. Some of them are not even generating any sufficient revenue, any meaningful revenue. They're getting revenue from research institutions and universities that are testing and trying to make progress in this technology, but it's not ready for commercial use cases just yet. So it's very early stage. They still need to invest significant sums of capital before, or if ever, they will develop a product that's used in enterprise in institutions more broadly. And so with this infusion of capital, that increases the probability that this industry reaches maturity and develops products available for commercial use. One of the biggest headwinds or one of the biggest constraints to the development of this industry is capital. These companies have very smart individuals working, and they're earning significant salaries to work at these companies on research and development to advance this technology. If these companies have more money, they can pay more scientists to do more research and make more progress and increase the probability that they will develop a product that hits the market and generates meaningful revenue. And so this capital infusion increases that probability, because otherwise the industry is at risk. The investor community has been enthusiastic about stocks in this industry. These are very high risk, high reward type investments, very speculative investments. And so there's been a risk on appetite from the investor community, right? Yesterday, the stock market reached the 3-year anniversary. So it's been in a 3-year bull market. And so when you're in that kind of market, these kinds of high risk, high reward type stocks do relatively well. Of course, the opposite is true. If we were to go into a huge pullback, a huge bear market, these types of companies will suffer more meaningfully than the average company, and they're at risk of having all this capital removed from the market, and they're burning through a lot of money. They have roughly a year. Some of them have closer to 2 years of capital, and so they run the risk of running out of money before they develop a product and service that keeps the business on a sustainable level. So that's the one big reason why this is great news for all quantum computing stock investors, is because that increase in capital lowers their cost of capital. And so now they can go out into the market, they can raise more money, they can borrow more money at a lower cost right now because of all this extra capital coming in. They can also sell some of their shares, right? Their stock prices, some of them are up over 100% in the previous few weeks. So they can sell stock, get money, and then use that money to hire smart individuals to conduct research and development to proceed with the technology. So to be sure, great news for quantum computing stock investors. Of course, I've had these stocks rated as a hold all year long. IonQ, Rigetti, Quantum Computing, and D-Wave Quantum are 4 quantum computing stocks that I've been following for a while now, and I've had them rated as a hold. For me, they've been too speculative for investment, but I understand if you're one of those high risk, high reward type investors that's looking for a stock that can, 10x in 1 year or 2 years. These are certainly some of the stocks that can do that. And so I can understand your interest in some of these stocks. For me, it's too early. And so I'm keeping these stocks rated as a hold, while admittedly stating that this is great news for all industry participants in the quantum computing industry. Thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. I know there's a lot you could be doing with your time and a lot of other videos you could be watching. So I truly appreciate that you chose to watch this one. If you want to see more videos just like this, hit the subscribe or the like button. They'll both help me make more videos just like this one. Thank you again.